Hey everyone, my name is Amanda Kaufman and I will be your instructor for LIB100 online this semester. I want to go ahead and kick us off with a video about our syllabus and a little bit more about what you can expect from our course this semester. First, I might tell you a little bit more about me. So like I mentioned, my name is Amanda Kaufman and I'm a librarian here at ZSR Library at Wake Forest. I'm really looking forward to teaching online with you this semester. I think we've got some interesting things that we're going to work on together, and I'm just really looking forward to it. So the first thing that I want you to do is open up our syllabus. If you go into our Canvas course, you should find the syllabus linked up at the top of week 1. Now you might notice that my homepage looks a little bit different than yours. That's because I'm still working on the course and not everything is available or published yet. But you should find the link to the syllabus somewhere right under week 1. This is pretty much how I plan to set up the online course, where the homepage of Canvas will be the modules screen, and it will be set up by weeks. So every week you'll have kind of a list of the links and assignments that I want you to look at and complete for that particular week. So go ahead and click on the syllabus, and we will just kind of scroll through it together, and I'll try to talk through some of the main points. Up at the top, you'll just see our learning outcomes. You can read those on your own. There's a little bit more information there about me under instructor. My office is in ZSR on the 3rd floor. It's a little difficult to find, so if we ever make an appointment in person, I'll probably just meet you at the public services desk on the 2nd floor. I've got my email listed right here, and that's probably the best way in an online course to contact me, is to just send me an email. I plan to be extra diligent about answering emails this semester since I'm teaching online, so I hope to get back to you within 24 to 48 hours during business hours. I do have office hours available. You can book one if you want using my Google Calendar appointment slots, or you can just send me an email and we can make another time to meet during the week. We don't have any required materials in the course. Everything that you're going to need for the course is going to be made available to you here in Canvas. You will have 3 or 4 things due every week. Typically, those are going to be due on Sunday evenings. So in your standard week, I'll release the weekly module to you on a Monday morning. You'll have the whole week to work on those, turn them in whenever you feel like, and then the due date for those will be Sunday night at midnight. There may be points in the semester where you need to turn in late assignments, and that might be for a wide variety of reasons. Some of you participate in university-sponsored events, or maybe you're observing a religious holiday or are sick, and all you need to do in those cases is just send me an email and we can make other arrangements for your due date. For those of you that don't necessarily have an excused reason for submitting late assignments, I feel like I'm pretty flexible, and I understand that a lot of us have, things going on in our lives. So I don't typically get too worried if you submit things a day or 2 late. But do let me know if it's going to be more than 2 days late. Just go ahead and read through that late assignment policy so that hopefully it makes sense to you, and let me know if you have any questions about it. The rest of the syllabus has some standard language in here about academic integrity and accommodations. Please read through that on your own. I do want to go ahead and talk about what some of the major assignments are going to be in this class and how the grading scheme is going to work. So the big project in this class is actually going to be a project on ChatGPT. If you didn't know, ChatGPT is sort of a generative artificial intelligence program that will create a lot of content for you. And one of the things that we'll actually do for you is do some research for you. And so I was thinking about teaching online this semester and how that was going to look with these new tools available. And I thought we would maybe go ahead and test it out ourselves, try to use ChatGPT to conduct some academic research, see how well it performs, and then maybe make adjustments if we need to. So the whole class is going to be worth 100 points, so 1 point for each percentage point equals 100%. That makes it kind of easy for me. And those 100 points are going to be kind of divided up in this particular way. So 25% of your grade, or 25 points, is going to come from video quizzes. So you're going to have some videos like this one that are just sort of explanatory about the syllabus or the assignments. But then you're going to have other videos to watch, maybe between 10 and 25 minutes per week, that are some kind of course content. There's going to be quiz questions embedded within those videos, and the purpose of those quiz questions is to check for understanding. You can resubmit those quizzes as many times as you need to get a perfect score, and there will be somewhere between 8 and 10, maybe 8 or 9 of those video quizzes throughout the course. Those will be worth 2 to 4 points each, just kind of depending on how long the video is. Another 28% of your grade, or 28 points, is going to be a mix of discussion board posts or something that I call read and responses. I might have you read an article or find an article to read and report back on it. I might have you annotate articles in Hypothesis with your classmates, or I might just ask you to do some kind of reflection. You'll have somewhere between 8 and 9 of those, and they'll be worth 2 to 4 points apiece depending on how long they are. The bulk of your grade is going to be this ChatGPT project that I mentioned earlier. That's going to be worth 35% of your grade, or 35 points. What I'm going to have you do this semester is develop a research question of your own choosing, and then I'm going to have you try to research that question in ChatGPT and have it generate a list of sources for you, like scholarly sources. The trick is that some of the sources may not even exist because that's how ChatGPT works, but maybe they do, and it's going to be up to you to figure that out. Of course, I'll teach you how to do that. After you've generated that list, you're going to go through, look at the sources, determine which ones you want to keep and which ones you don't want to keep, and then you're going to use library resources to replace the sources that you decided to not keep. So the idea is that by the end of the semester, you'll have a nice list of about 10 sources related to your research question that you've chosen as your topic for the course, and you'll have about a paragraph or so of an explanation about what that source has taught you about your research question. I've got that split out into 5 separate assignments that'll be due each on different weeks in the class, and that's pretty much how that will go. The final piece of the course is going to be about source evaluation. I'm going to have y'all working with sources online to determine whether they're credible or not. I'm going to teach you some different methods for how to determine credibility and see how you progress throughout the semester, and that will be worth 12% of your grade, or 12 points. Below that section on the syllabus, I have a tentative course outline. It's been about 3 years since I've taught online because of the pandemic, so I call this a tentative course outline because I'm doing something different than I did 3 years ago, and I might figure out, maybe on week 4 or something, that I needed to include a video that I forgot about when I was planning over this summer. But for the most part, this course outline should stay the same, and it's kind of just meant to give you an overview of what we'll be doing week by week. So I would encourage you to go ahead and just scroll through this and take a look at what you might be expected to do on a weekly basis and just get a general feel for what the expectations will be week by week. That's pretty much all I have for the syllabus. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out to me via email, and I'd be happy to answer those. But for now, you can go ahead and move on to the next item in the module.